The lot for the tribe of Judah by their clans fell toward the boundary of Edom, the wilderness of Zin in the Negeb in the extreme south. Their southern boundary ran from the end of the Salt Sea, from the tongue of the land that faces the Negeb, and went southward below the pass of Akrabim, across the Zin up to a point south of Kadesh Barnea, across to Hezron, and up to Edar. From there, looping around Karka, it crossed to Asmon and then joined the Wadi of Egypt. Before crossing out at the sea, this is your southern boundary. The eastern boundary was the Salt Sea as far as the mouth of the Jordan. The northern boundary climbed northward from the tongue of the sea toward the mouth of the Jordan, up to Beth Hogla, and ran north of Beth Araba, up to Eben Bohan Ben Reuben. Thence the boundary climbed to Debir, north of the valley of Achor, in the direction of Gilgal, that faces the pass of Adumim, on the south side of the wadi. From there it crossed to the waters of En Shemesh and emerged at En Rogel, climbing again to the valley of Ben Hinnom on the southern flank of the Jebusites, that is Jerusalem. The boundary rose to the top of the mountain at the northern end of the valley of Rephaim, which bounds the valley of Hinnom on the west. From the top of the mountain it ran to the fountain of waters of Nephtoah, extended to the cities of Ephron, and continued to Bela, or Kiriath Jearim. From Bela the boundary curved westward to Mount Seir and passed north of the ridge of Mount Jearim, that is Chesalon. It descended to Beth Shemesh and ran across to Timnah. It then extended along the northern flank of Ekron, continued through Shikaron and across to Mount Bela. From there to include Jabneel before it came out at the sea. The western boundary was the Great Sea and its coast. This was the complete boundary of the Judites by their clans. As the Lord had commanded, Joshua gave Caleb, son of Jephunneh, a portion among the Judahites, namely Kiriath Arba. Arba was the father of Anak, that is Hebron, and Caleb dispossessed from there the three Anakim, the descendants of Anak, Sheshai, Ahiman, and Talmai. From there he marched up against the inhabitants of Debir, which was formerly called Kiriath Sephar. Caleb said to the man who attacks Kiriath Sephar and captures it, I will give my daughter Exah in marriage. Othniel captured it, the son of Caleb's brother Kenaz. So Caleb gave him his daughter Exah in marriage. When she came to him, she induced him to ask her father for some land. Then, as she alighted from the donkey, Caleb asked her, What do you want? She answered, Give me a present, since you have assigned to me land in the Negeb. Give me also pools of water. So he gave her the upper and lower pools. This is the heritage of the tribe of the Judites by their clans, the cities of the tribe of the Judahites in the extreme southern district toward Edom, where Kabzeel, Eder, Jagur, Kina, Dimona, Adada, Kadesh, Hazor, and Ithnan, Ziph, Telim, Bealoth, Hazor, Hadattah, and Kirioth Hezron, that is Hazor, Amam, Shema, Molada, and Hazar Gada, Heshmon, Beth Pelet, Hazar Shual, Beth Sheba, and Zibiothai, Bela, Im, Ezim, Eltolad, Chesil, Horma, Ziklag, Madmana, Sansana, Leboth, Shilhim, and Ain and Rimmon, a total of 29 cities with their villages. In the Shephelah, Eshtael, Zorah, Ashnan, Zanoah, Enganim, Tapua, Enam, Jarmuth, Adulam, Sukkoth, Azekah, Sheraim, Adithaim, Gederah, and Gederothaim, 14 cities and their villages. Zinan, Hadashah, Migdal Gad, Dilian, Mizpeh, Joktil, Lachish, Bozkah, Eglon, Kabon, Lamas, Chitlish, Gederoth, Beth Dagon, Nema, and Makkedah, 16 cities and their villages. Libnah, Ether, Ashan, Iftah, Ashna, Nezib, Keliah, Akzib, and Marsha, 9 cities and their villages. Ekron and its towns and villages. From Ekron to the sea, all the towns that lie alongside Ashdod and their villages. Ashdod and its towns and villages. Gaza and its towns and villages, as far as the Wadi of Egypt on the coast of the Great Sea. In the mountain regions, Shamir, Jatir, Sukkoth, Dana, Kiriath, Sena, that is Debir, Anab, Eshtemal, Anim, Goshen, Holol, and Gilol, 11 cities and their villages. Arab, Duma, Eshan, Janim, Beth Tapua, Afika, Humta, Kiriath Arba, that is Hebron, and Zior, 9 cities and their villages. Maon, Carmel, Ziph, Juttah, Jezreel, Jokdim, Zanoah, Cain, Gibeah, and Timnah, 10 cities and their villages. Halul, Beth-zur, Gedor, Mara, Beth-anan, and El-Tekon, 6 cities and their villages. Tekoa, Ephrathah, that is Bethlehem, Peor, Etam, Kulom, Tatam, Zors, Karim, Galim, Bether, and Manoko, 11 cities and their villages. Kiriath Baal, that is Kiriath Jearim, and Reba, 2 cities and their villages. In the wilderness, Beth Araba, Midin, Sikaka, Nibshan, Ir, Hammelah, and En-gedi, 6 cities and their villages. But the Jebusites who lived in Jerusalem, the Judahites could not dispossess. So the Jebusites dwell in Jerusalem besides the Judahites to this present day. This is the word of the Lord.